Welcome to the CC United slideshow to increase positional awareness throughout the 11 and 12 age group. This slideshow will not only be part of player evaluations for 12-year-old players and older, as on day 2 of tryouts they will be trying out for a position, but it will improve our team's effectiveness as our players will have a greater understanding of each player's role, both in attack and defense.
So what we're going to talk about in this video is the role of the center back inside our defense. Now, one of the recurring themes of this video will be the role of the center back within the entire team. It's not just about who are you responsible for, what area are you responsible for, but as we defend as a team, what is your role within the entire team as we defend and try to take away opportunities from the other team. In this case, we'll start with the ball left and covering our wide defender. As our left back steps to press that ball, the center defender will tuck in behind to provide coverage. What we're doing is going under the assumption that that defender might get beat. Even if we only lose 1 out of every 4 1v1 situations, that is still a lot of opportunities coming at our goal. So we want to make sure as a defensive unit, anytime one of our players is pressing the ball, they have someone there covering to give them assistance. So in this case, if number 12 is able to get past our left defender, our center defender is there to support and help. As the ball moves central into the center defender's zone, the center defender will step and provide pressure. This pressure is designed to do several things. It delays the attack a bit and lets the rest of the team get organized behind them, and as you can see here, the left back and right back have tucked in to provide coverage for them. It also allows us to direct the attack, maybe push them a specific direction. We want to deny them the opportunity to shoot, to do a penetrating pass into the box. So that pressure is designed to dictate what the attacking team is doing. As the ball swings to the right defender will step because now it's in their zone. And again, our center defender is going to slide over and provide coverage there, so that if that right defender is beat, the center defender is immediately in a position where they can provide help. Now in that coverage role, what we want the player to do is to be aware of what attacking options exist for the player. So now in this case, as the ball is moved back to the left back for the other team, there are a couple options that are available to them. They can play the long ball down the side to 10. They can play into the middle here to 11. So the center defender is aware of both of those potential attacking options and wants a position where they can react to either. If the center defender were to slide over here to take away 10, that does a very good job of taking away the option to 10, but opens 11 wide up. Same thing if they step up to 11 to try to take that away. Now we have to worry about that pass to 10 beating 2, and now our center back is not in a position to help. So 4 here, the center back, is very well positioned to help 2 if the ball is played into 10, or step up to 11 if the ball is played there. Now with the ball out on the right hand side with their right defender over here, again there are a couple options. They can play the ball to 12, who right now is very open, or drop it in the middle to 11. So what we will see is our left defender shifting over to cover that ball to 12. Our center defender 4 will be in a position where they can help with 12 if need be, but also provide pressure at 11 if the ball is played there. Now looking at how they're positioned here, again, you can see the left defender denying the ball to 12. 4 is there to help. In this case, a ball played over 11's left shoulder would be very difficult for 4. So that's why our right defender has slid over to help cover that. So again, looking at 4 here, they're taking care of the 2 major attacking options that are available to the red team. With the ball central, there's more options available to the attacking team. They can play out to the left-hand side, out to the right-hand side, or can play in front of 11 here and try to play them at their feet in here or the long ball. So in this case, our center defender has stepped in front to deny the pass to 11. So that pass into the pocket is taken away by our defender. If they try the straight long ball over 11's shoulder, our assumption is that our goalkeeper will be able to help pick up anything that's played back in that range. As the ball is played off the left, we have the ball down the left to 10, or the ball played in the central attacker. Now in this scenario, we've taken the right defender out a bit, whether they are caught out of position because of an attack, marking another player upfield. We now have our 2 defenders back guarding 3 attackers. And what they've done is position themselves so that they are each in a position to cover 2 of the attackers. They're also more advanced, so if they wanted to, we could work the offsides trap here and try to defend that way. Now looking at this option with the ball, picture it at the center back or the goalkeeper's feet, we look at the options that are available. Number 4 is in a position, our center back is in a position to cut off a pass to 11, pressure a ball over to 12, move over and cover the pass off to the left. So not only are they in a position to do that, but they're aware of all these options and are looking at how they're going to respond to each of these balls being played. In this slide, we can see that the defensive line is much more advanced, pushing up along the halfway line. So again, we're looking at what options are available to the attack, and can we account for all of those? We still have the option off the left, the option off the right, the ball played in the center, which we see, of course, a lot when the ball is central. There are those 3 options available. With how far we are away from our goal, the center back also has to account for the space back in behind. If it's played towards the top of the box, yes, the keeper can help out. But if the ball is played 20 yards from the top of the box, potentially the keeper can't help out. So the center back has to be aware of all 4 of those areas that they can be played into. One of the things that we want to take into account is how do we cover that? How do we help? If 4 has enough speed, they can mark 11 fairly tightly. And if the ball is played back here, confident we'll win the foot race. Potentially, if 11 is a speedy forward, we might want to drop this center back off a little bit to provide a cushion. If that long ball is played, give us a couple steps of a head start. So a couple final thoughts here. What we want the central defender to realize is that they are part of a bigger unit. They are part of an entire defensive team. So one of the first things we want them to focus on is that they are there to help provide coverage for other defenders. The most common, of course, is going to be the outside back. So when the ball is played wide, our central defender is going to scoot over and slide in so that they're in a position to help if that back is beat. They will also frequently provide coverage for the central midfielder when they are pressuring the ball. When the ball comes into that central zone, it is the job of the center back to provide pressure to the ball. And again, the purpose of the pressure is to delay the attack sometimes to allow the defense to organize. Direct the attack. Can we push them one way or another? Can we push them towards our help? Can we deny them attacking options, whether that be a shot or we can deny attacking passes into the box? We want to try to create a numerical advantage in the defensive third. Now what we were talking about there before is, of course, when the ball was out left in the defender steps, we have 2 defenders on that 1 attacker. That works in our favor, of course, and that's what we want to try to have at all times. If we're stuck man marking where we have 3 attackers, 3 defenders, that means every defender is responsible for 1 person, and those 1v1s make us vulnerable in attack. So can we create numbers up where we have more defenders than they have attackers? And finally, awareness of attacking space in defensive third. It's not just being in the right spot, but also being aware of what options are available to them. Where might they play this ball? And am I in a position where I can react to that and also ready to react when that ball is played?